PC Gaming, Valve, and Steam are 100% cooked. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It turns out that 89 million Steam accounts were compromised. Hacks happening everywhere. People losing their Counter-Strike skins. That sick karambit that you got from opening those cases and going into $30,000 worth of debt. Gone, wasted potential, kaput. Everything is ruined. Never go on PC or Steam ever again. You might as well just buy a console moving forward. That's exactly what PlayStation fanboys want you to think, because apparently that's the narrative that they've been running with the entire day, yesterday and the day before. Now, where did all of this come from? Well, VGC 24/7 was putting out articles, and so are many other websites, saying how 89 million Steam accounts were compromised, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because as you dig deeper into the actual source of where this came from, you'll see that a Twitter account called Mellow Online, with a follower count of over a little bit over 1,000, said that, hey, there was a hack happening recently with an intermediary between Valve and also you. It turns out that a hack occurred where they were going ahead and taking phone numbers and even actual SMS codes that are used for two-factor authentication. These codes and phone numbers were then pasted onto the super scary dark web and being sold for $5,000. The company in question was called Trilio. But unfortunately, it didn't go well for Mellow Online and everyone else, because it turns out Mellow was contacted by Valve directly, and they were saying, hey, we don't use Trilio for 2FA. In fact, we have our very own Steam Guard app that's dedicated for that specifically. So why would anyone want to tie this to Steam? Really doesn't make a lot of sense. And on top of that, people were going around trying to use him as a source when the original source came from a LinkedIn post by Underdark. And as the time went on further, we then got to see Valve make their own official statement right here directly. Here's what they had to say. You may have seen reports and leaks of older text messages that had previously been sent to Steam customers. We have examined the leak sample and have determined this was not a breach of Steam systems. We're still digging into the source of the leak, which is compounded by the fact that any SMS message are unencrypted in transit and routed through multiple providers on the way to your phone. The leak consisted of older text messages that included one-time codes that were only valid for 15-minute time frames and the phone numbers they were sent to. The leaked data did not associate the phone numbers with a Steam account, password information, payment info, or other personal data. Old text messages cannot be used to breach security or your Steam account. And whenever a code is used to change your Steam email or password using SMS, you will receive a confirmation via email or the Steam secure messages. You do not need to change your passwords or phone numbers as a result of this event. It is a good reminder to treat any account security messages that you have not explicitly requested as suspicious. We recommend regularly checking your Steam account security at any time at the link provided below. We also recommend setting up the Steam Mobile Authenticator if you haven't already, as it gives us the best way to send secure messages about your account and your account's safety. Well, would you look at that? The phone numbers that were leaked and the SMS codes that were used are not associated to Steam accounts. On top of that, Valve does not use Trilio, and by my knowledge, I haven't had anything with SMS lately, as I simply use the Steam Guard and Authenticator app for anything that happens with Steam directly. So, now that we've got that out of the way, now that we know that it was just a bunch of FUD and misinformation happening on Twitter, what do you think actually happened? Did PlayStation fanboys decide to go ahead and say, hey, whoopsie doopsie, we really just messed that one up, didn't we? No! They decided to go ahead and get mad and salty, trying to equate this, which was a not hack, which did not impact any Steam user, as a reason to why PC gaming is in fact bad, and also why the PSN outage wasn't as bad as everybody says. Oh, they were also trying to blame this as a reason why would PC gamers not want to have a PSN login. I kid you not. I kid you not. It gets crazy. Let's go. Icon Era tweeted this out, which is where this all started for the fanboys directly, because we all know how this website goes, saying Steam got hacked. Data from over 89 million Steam users is reportedly on the dark web following a vendor breach. You gotta love how the first place to actually put this out is in fact Icon Era. And you know every single fanboy follows this website directly. The best part, it's actually run by a literal 50-year-old man who is in fact a fanboy for PlayStation as well. Bear in mind, they also have a massive hate thread about your boy Direct, which honestly is incredibly funny as they try to break down all of my analytics, because clearly they haven't realized the reason why this content exists is because of their own actual behavior and nothing about the console. But hey, don't let facts get in the way of your feeling, you know what I'm saying? But you know those same fanboys that have that hate boner for me? Well, here's what they had to say. Get ready. King Twash, the gatekeeper, says this: can't wait to see divorced PC filth boys say Sony ponies are salty over this somehow. Well, my boy, your wish has come true. The fact that you are literally sitting there thinking about me 24/7, 365 in your giant chromium head as your brain spins around like a ping pong ball, because that's how large it actually is, my boy. Let's be real about this. Talking about me being divorced. Where did that come from? Why are you saying that I'm divorced? What is, oh my God. You're Russian issue. No. Yeah. You think a meme made by my community saying that I look like Ben Affleck, making fun of me about Ben Affleck and J-Lo getting divorced, you think that's real? No. Oh, God. Oh, you are a special kind of stupid. You really... Oh, my guy. This has got to be one of the best days ever. This is where this came from. This was you. You're the one... Do you know what it is that you have to feel so crunchy right now trying to talk about my personal relationship? Number one, that has nothing to do with video games. Number two, the fact that you're so salty about me, period, point blank, that you're consistently thinking about me all the time, that anything that happens with PC gaming, I am the first thought in your giant head. That is perfection. Unbelievable. You should literally charge me rent, but don't, because I'm literally rent free, my boy. Congratulations, you played yourself. Divorced. Jeff Sloat says this: remember, PC gamers worried about PlayStation logins would compromise their personal data. Guess Steam isn't so secure. At Woolly Gamer, at YMNISV1, at Agro84. Yeah, actually, it's a lot more secure than you think, Jeff. The funny part is you tagging every single consecutive fanboy right back in line, trying to go ahead and get your boys to back you up about, look what happened to Steam and Valve. It's not about the fact that anything is going to be perfect in terms of what's secure online, because at some point, everything will in fact be hacked. The problem is that PlayStation has security and garbage ways of actually going around and protecting your data. We saw that with the hacks that happened consistently over time to that company. So yes, why would I want to go ahead and have a company that does not give a about personal security or your data since the PS3 era and that actual hack, which consistently happens to them over and over again, to go ahead and give them more information? Why would you want to do it in the first place? Again, you're only doing this to defend a company and corporation. The fact that Valve, little old Valve Software, has better security than a multi-billion-dollar corporation like PlayStation and Sony should speak volumes to you, by the way. It's honestly absurd that the only thing you're talking about in using this is to try and go ahead and talk down to PC gamers and try to lift yourself up in this fictitious console war that you have in your brain. Again, you don't have any games, you don't have any exclusives, and you damn sure don't have any privacy protection with PlayStation. Why are you even there, my boy? JTech TV had to come out swinging for the fences once again. You know, he loves to have anything that says PlayStation or Sony on it, and he said this: PC fans are suspiciously quiet. But it's not just JTech's tweet, it's also the replies. Here comes Ahmed Abdul Majid saying this: more importantly, there's no fake outrage from these so-called gaming journalists, since it's not a Sony/PlayStation related issue. They're all hypocrites. 100 emoji. I love how actual criticism is called fake outrage, but it gets better. PlayStation, yes sir, replies to this as well, saying, well, PC fan can't keep using Sony getting hacked anymore. Exactly. Laughing, crying emoji, 100 emoji. I think the best part about this video isn't just the fact that I caught all of these clowns sucking off a company and corporation. It's the fact that they couldn't even wait less than a day to get the right information to go ahead and talk shit about a platform they don't even like and they don't even play on. That's the best part. That's the best part, is watching these dudes literally get exposed in 4K in front of everybody that the only reason that they're mad is because they have devoted their entire life and their actual essence as a human being into a company and corporation that doesn't even know they exist. That's the best part. Literally sticking up for Sony and PlayStation while trying to go ahead and talk down to PC gamers at the exact same time. Boys, listen, you pay for online, you pay more for your consoles, you have no games because they're all coming onto PC at cheaper prices and better performance consistently. And you're going to sit there and talk about, well, you can't use the hack anymore, so where's the fake outrage? There's no fake outrage when companies lose information of millions of users. There's no fake outrage when companies are in fact wrong for not having proper security measures in check. Valve has their security in check. PlayStation does not. So why don't you stop for 2 minutes and realize you're the actual cons in the situation? And I bet you guys feel incredibly, what's the word we say down in the 305? Crunchy right now, my bro. Gamer Lexual. Oh my God, that's a real name. He actually named himself that. This content's never going to end. He says this: remember, one of the reasons PC dudes cried about making a PSN was because I'm not giving Sony my data. They get hacked. Yeah, we remembered. That's why we didn't give them our data. You guys forgot. Because it turns out Valve didn't get hacked. And Valve didn't use the service that also got hacked either. So those numbers aren't associated to Steam accounts. That has nothing to do with Steam or Valve. So it turns out we're still right. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You're literally defending a company that has fucked you over multiple times from security purposes. And you're trying to use it as a way to actually defend sign-ins for that platform, when you shouldn't have to sign into anything else once you've already bought the product and you're signed in. Do you not get how that works? If you've already bought the game, I shouldn't have to sign into another service because you want to be counted as an MAU? Like, how do you guys not get that? This is why you guys pay for online. This is exactly why you guys have to pay all this extra money for what you guys don't get. Because literally you will bend over and do anything the company says for yourselves continuously every single time. Actual clowns. Actual clowns. Porter Rock 77 also said this: not seeing much outrage from the PC community, as he quietly sips his little tea there. I don't know, Porter Rock. You know, there wasn't much outrage because we waited to see what actually happened. Some of us already have password managers and just changed the passwords. Others were like, I haven't gotten any notifications on my Steam Guard app, so I should be perfectly fine. And then we waited a few hours and realized, oh, it wasn't a hack at all. And I'm sure you didn't immediately jump the gun to make this tweet to shit talk PC gamers because you're angry that we don't want to use a sign-in for PlayStation. I'm sure that's not the reason why. I mean, you wouldn't go around and go ahead and delete this tweet now, would you? Oops. No, that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did. You realized and you realized, oh, there's no outrage because there was no hack. So let me go ahead and get rid of this now before I get put in this pendejo's video, right? Yes! Yes! You thought Nintendo fanboys are going to be my full contact. No, sir. No, ma'am. I didn't forget about you, buddy. Don't worry. I didn't forget about you at all. X-Vault Gaming says this: will we see crickets from this since it's not Sony? I don't know, X-Vault. You're going to delete this tweet too? Or you're going to make yourself look like a clown again? Or you're going to call me a grill? Or you're going to call me a grifter, a shill? Is that what you're going to do? That's like your only defense of me? Oh, he makes fun of PlayStation fanboys. He has to be a grifter, a shill. That's all you got, bro? That's literally all you have? It's wild to me how you sit there and you will insult literally people that I've known on this platform for multiple years consistently, saying horrible, slanderous things about them because we've known what you've called other people that I know. And then at the same time, you have the audacity, the gumption, the gall, the testicular fortitude to call me an Xbot grifter and shill, to going around while you are literally doing the exact same thing you think I'm doing. Placating to an audience. You only talk negatively about Xbox. You only talk positively about PlayStation. Yet you have the gall to call me a grifter. Do you know why nobody talked about this, XVault? Number one, because you quote tweeted Nib, so I don't know why you're doing that in the first place. But number two is because you clowns couldn't wait 5 minutes to actually get a proper announcement from Valve as to what is actually happening. You guys jumped at the opportunity to go ahead and try to shit on PC gamers. Do you know why this content exists? It's not because PlayStation ma bad. It's because clowns like you, grown actual adult men in their 30s and 40s, are trying to fight a fictitious console war as you are continually exposing yourselves and putting your entire personality directly into a piece of plastic for a company that doesn't know you actually exist. And you can sit there and put me in every single one of your videos because I'll do the exact same back to you. But the thing is, at some point, you have to realize you have no integrity, you have no talent, you're not funny, and you don't have the chutzpah to make this kind of content. You wouldn't last 5 minutes in my community or having my chat. You wouldn't last 60 seconds in my comment section. And we know for damn sure you don't have the actual ability or talent to do anything close to what this kind of content requires. Maybe next time, do yourself a favor and just delete your channel instead. It'll save you more energy than this and whatever the hell you're trying to do. Japan Hates Xbox tweeted this out recently as well. Under no circumstances should anyone be playing games on a shitty piece of office equipment with a keyboard and mouse. PC gamers are literal losers of this hobby. No one likes them or wants them around. My boy, how do you keep doing this to yourself every single time? Not only I'm surprised you even got 9 likes, but the fact that you got ratioed by everybody else in the replies truly goes to show this is one of the best things to actually see. Oh, and everyone wondering why this is grayed out on the bottom here for the tweet. That's because this guy's so much of a that he blocked me as well. You can't even take the criticism yourself properly. Oh, and by the way, calling yourself Japan Hates Xbox really is incredibly pathetic, as you put an actual Gears of War photo in your profile picture and an Xbox game. That's what it is. Meaning that you do in fact like Xbox, and you say you live in Japan, so which means you are in Japan playing Xbox games or excited about Xbox games while being in Japan, negating your entire actual username altogether. And look, this entire thing of like, nobody likes PC gamers. Yeah, true. 100%. You know why? Because we're right. We're right about everything, every time. We're right that you shouldn't pay for online. We're right that you shouldn't actually have to go ahead and pay more money for your consoles. We're right that you shouldn't have to go ahead and have to pay for crossplay or backwards compatibility or matchmaking or patch upgrades for your games. You should get that all out of the box every single time. You're mad because we are right. And that's the problem. That's why nobody likes us, because when we tell you to your face, hey, your entire world falls apart and shatters because you've given so much money to a company and corporation, you can't fathom the idea that you made a bad decision on where to play video games. All over video games, by the way. This is about video games, and this is how you act. Amazing. And finally, had to save the best for last. That generic Eric, the same clown that literally has pictures of me saved into his phone, trying to talk about how he owned me, even though we had 800 to 900 people making fun of him on a live stream last week. You sure got that one, buddy. But anyways, here's what he had to say. I was told by the PC Massive rejects and the Xbots that only Sony gets hacked. So not only is PC a ripoff, it's even less secure than being on PSN. Neat. You know what's great about this, Eric? You finally got your 15 seconds of fame, because being exposed in a Mutahar video for some ordinary gamers has to be the best thing ever. The fact that you are so pathetic as a giant man-child to turn around and for Mutahar to catch wind of who you are, to put you in his video and expose and laugh at you consistently all the time has to be one of the best feelings ever. Do you know why you guys get so angry at me about this kind of content? It's because I take the spotlight and I turn it on to you. You see, people are tired of dealing with your bullshit. You're crying, you're moaning, you're bitching, you're pissing, you're shitting and coming your pants every 10 minutes. Everybody's sick of it, but nobody wants to do anything about it because it takes work and effort. So you know what? Here I come, here I show up, no pause, and it turns out that, hey, everybody's just living vicariously through me. And as I get to make fun of you consistently, as you talk about like, oh, I owned him, you guys. I owned him. Everybody knows that you're just shrinking into a corn cob, my boy. That's exactly what it is. But it's even better watching you cope, seethe, and mauled all over this directly. Oh, I thought the PSN hack was bad. What about PC? What about it? We didn't get hacked. You did. Imagine still sticking by a company in a console war in 2025 about a hack that never happened and then pretending that you got the better end of the deal because you got hacked and PC gamers didn't. Kind of wild when you think about it, huh, clown? We see this every single time. Fanboys directly trying to go ahead and poke the bear of PC gaming in every single opportunity. And every time they do, pie in the face like a bunch of clowns every single moment. But that isn't just the only issue at all. Not every service is going to have 100% protection against hackers. And one day, at one point, Steam and Valve will in fact get hacked. And when that happens, I will call them out as well. But the thing is, watching these dudes turn around and defend plastic boxes and corporations because they feel that their hack finally got out-hacked from so many years ago, and there's finally a reason for them to celebrate about somebody else losing their private data, is truly the more ridiculous thing about all of this. I have never seen a group of people more pathetic, more sadistic, and more idiotic in my entire life, actually happy at the possibility of 90+ million people losing their data all at once simply because the piece of plastic they play on isn't the same one that they bought in the first place. It's also wild to see how these grown-ass adult men will behave trying to defend a multi-billion-dollar corporation. But again, this isn't about console warring. It never has been. It's about showing the ugly side of the video game industry and the fanboys of the gaming industry. So rather than just letting you guys sit around and just run roughshod over the entire place, I'm gonna pull up, put the lens on top of you clowns, and you're finally gonna be able to be seen for what you actually are. Giant, immature man babies who do the worst possible things everybody is honestly sick and tired of. And I'm incredibly glad that myself and a few others are going to be the ones to call you clowns out, because honestly, it's needed to happen for quite some time, and I'll be glad to be here to do it every single time. But you know what? If you like this kind of content, thank you. And if you didn't like it, fuck you. If you want to see more of this, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 83,000 subs. We do have fanboy content like this, PC port reviews, gaming news, Steam Deck videos, my hot takes in the gaming industry, and live streams every Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. They go incredibly off the rails. I wear a banana suit, and you guys get to make fun of me using full-on TTS that's also AI voice and generated. It's a hell of a time, trust me. Now, if you also want Discord access, you can become a YouTube member. It's as low as $1. If you don't want to spend the buck, don't sweat it. Saturday nights, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, that's when the live stream hits, and the viewers are incredibly generous, and they always gift memberships as well. So come on down, Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Trust me, you'll have a hell of a time with that too. With all that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you gooners next time. Peace!
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents? It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents? You need to stop everything. What are you doing with your life? This is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is No, just stop.